Hey guys, Reese Field here. I know it's been a while since I made a video. We've had a pretty busy summer, but I thought I would show you the finished trapping room, how it looks and everything, and yeah, so it's almost completely 100% finished. We've done a lot of work on it over the summer. I think last time you guys saw it, it was just an empty room with a bit of mold and no lighting in here. It's very smelly, very dusty, very hazardous living conditions actually. It was very hard to breathe. But as you can see now, we've really updated it. Like I said, it's about 90% done. We got just like 3 or 4 more things to do in here. I'll kind of show you what we've done. So basically this wall over here behind the table was the wall that we were really concerned about. It's about 7 feet tall, it's 9 feet long, and it was really moldy. Like you could feel air coming through. There was a green mold on it, and it just was kind of a disgusting type of wall. So we got some stucco down here, and we stuccoed this entire wall from top to bottom, left to right, all the way. And then we came down here after about a week of it sitting and letting it dry, and it was really solid. And we got a paint gun down here with a big compressor tube, and we completely painted, there's like a spray gun, the entire room white paint. We thought white would be kind of a cool color. It kind of reflects, kind of makes it a bright atmosphere in here. So we did the roof and everything. So yeah, everything's really bright in here now. It's all sealed off. We don't have to worry about breathing anymore. It's actually very easy to breathe in here now. It's not hard anymore. And then there was this hole over here. I don't know if you guys remember that. There's a big old hole that just kind of went back into a disgusting old room. We had someone get a big sheet of plywood, and we had them. You can see there's a couple bolts. We had to bolt it to the cement there. So we kind of closed it off. And there used to be dust coming through there, and every time I'd have to come down here, I'd have to sweep because it was just so dusty. But once they sealed that off, it's not dusty in here anymore. So that's that basically with what we did. But then what we brought in here, you can see the table used to be outside this door. It's 8 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 4 feet tall. I built it at my shop class at school, and it was too long for the door. It couldn't fit through the door. So we had to take it apart. It took a lot of deciding, a lot of thinking about how we're going to do that, but we took it apart and we brought it in here, and it's all the way in here. It's perfect. Then next we brought in this shelf, also what I built at my workshop at school. It's 5 feet tall, 3 feet wide, and 2 feet deep, so we can store all our gear on it. I'll show you that in a second. But then basically we just took a long hour or so, brought all our gear in here, set it all up, did a lot of organizing, did a lot of hanging and stuff like that, and we got it all set up. So now all of our equipment's in here practically, other than a few traps I got out at a pest control place. Everything is in here. We got the table on here with a few of these little mounts. This is a flushing board mount. These are all been screwed in. This one, and that one, they've all been screwed in. But basically, this right here, I'll show you this in another video, comes with these boards with that has a little channel in the back. But basically this fits right in there, and you can put that on like that. And it's a flushing beam, and you can just put the skin over that and flush it. So that's a little attachment we got on there. This is a tail stripper, but it makes it easy. You put the animal up here, put the tail on here, and this spring, you can pull it down, and it pulls the fur right off the tailbone. So that's a tailbone thing. And this right here is probably the most essential piece of this whole thing down here. This is a clamp, but basically instead of having to hold the animal with one hand as you skin with the other hand, or have several people working on it, you can just put the tail in here, clamp it shut, and you can use both hands to skin it. Just hang it over the edge of this table. I have a bucket down here I can just put underneath the animal in case anything comes out. But basically this thing just holds the animal in place, and it's very handy. I can open it up and turn the animal around and clamp it back down. It's very solid, as you can see, just a piece of, basically just the clamp that's been welded onto this frame. But yeah, very handy. Underneath the table we got our big tubs that we keep like extra stuff in. Some extra cages over there. And we got a broom and dustpan over here, along with some flushing beams and my 330 wired to a pole. The lighting conditions aren't too good in here yet. That's why it's a little bit out of focus. Apologize for that. We put our trapping actual buckets over here and a trash can over there by the wall. Got our jackets and aprons and hats that are hung up here. We just used a little bit of 14 gauge wire and just kind of wrapped it around that beam, or that pole rather. Then we just kind of filled this cabinet, which is probably my favorite part. My dad's traps are on this side, my traps are on this side. As I said, and this isn't all the traps I have. A few of my traps are at a pest control place, so I actually do have a lot more than my dad, but at the moment they're not here. Next shelf down is all the skinning and fur handling stuff with the combs and the stretchers and the knives and stuff like that. Down here is the actual hardware, like the set tools and the hatchets and the shovels and stuff like that. Down here is the set making. It's like the sifter, the kneeling pad, the gloves, and yeah, the brush and stuff like that. And at the very bottom is all the baits, sheep's wool, dog food, crayfish, stuff like that. All little bottles of bait. I put them at the bottom so they don't have a high place to fall from, so they don't smash and break. But that's basically the cabinet. On top here we just put some other miscellaneous stuff, a few extra bottles of lure, some other tanning solutions, and some little red squirrel hides. Then right here we have our waders hanging up on the strongest pole there. Just kind of have them thrown over and clipped. We got these shelves from Goodwill for very cheap. We just kind of, it's actually two shelves, one on the bottom, one on the top. And we just kind of put them on top of each other and screwed them on, just so that we don't have to have that big long haul to worry about. We didn't want to use that haul, so we just kind of boarded it off. Makes a nice little square room so you don't have that long haul that we have to worry about. And we have these chairs here that we brought in, just so we could kind of have somewhere to sit if we ever need to do anything in here. Got some extra cardboard boxes and stuff. Got my hangers right here. Most of them are empty. I got one of them that's being used for a groundhog pellet right now. It's dry, but I'm going to keep it here over the summer. And basically that's it. Oh yeah, and there's a lantern over here and a fire extinguisher in case we need it. But basically that's it for everything that's in here. Like I said, I'll bring a few more traps in here that I have. And what's really neat about this place too is it keeps a pretty good temperature. It's been 73 degrees for the last little while in here. I got a little temperature gauge right there. So it's not cold and it's not hot, so it's perfect for the pelts just to dry in. In the wintertime it will get chilly down here, which is better for the furs, but at the moment 73 degrees is perfect. So what we plan on doing is this door right here, as you can kind of see, just this door. We plan on making a frame here and putting this in just so we have some privacy. We'll put that there and we'll have a lock on it. Maybe we'll put a sign on it that says, you know, the Fields trapping room. And then this right now is just kind of like a thing that's kind of good for the moment. It's a little light bulb that we kind of wrapped around a corner. There's a lot of wires over here and it comes back to this outlet. But we plan on taking that all out and we're going to put a fluorescent light that extends from probably about there to there, right above the table. So all we got to do is flip the light switch over here and turn it on when we need to, so we don't have to actually, you know, pull the little string and make it kind of difficult, because it is kind of dark down here at the moment, not the brightest conditions. Also, we want to have some floor mats right here. For skinning, you want something kind of grippy to stand on. And also, we want to have like a skinning gambrel or hook right here for like if we ever got like a coyote or whatever, or something heavy that we need to actually yank on or do a lot of pulling. We'll put it right here, so it's in the middle of the room, kind of in a clear spot where you can just stand right here and you can just pull the fur off. It needs to be secured into the roof there. Otherwise, this is pretty good. It's like our own little man cave down here. A trapping room. Got all of our gear in it. Got a table, cabinet. Feels pretty cool because both the cabinet and the table I built at my school and my workshop. So, yeah, little trapping room. Few extra things to put in, a few extra things to do. It's only the 2nd of August, so we have a lot more to go till October 20th when the season starts up again. But when it does, I feel that we'll have a much better time skinning, because we used to do it out in the cold, in the rain, in the snow, whatever nature threw at us. So now we have a nice enclosed, warm, with a roof over our heads room, and it'll make it a lot easier to handle the pelts when the season starts again. So yeah, this has been an update from the Reese's trapping room.